Hi everyone, this is Dario Weston here, and today I'd like to talk about my role in the video for Violent Soho's recent single In the Aisle, and how it came about. Now, I'm a sort of a very late comer to Violent Soho's music, and in fact I didn't know who the band were until October last year when they were filming their single Neighbour Neighbour, which was the B-side to Tinderbox. And the bassist Luke Henry had messaged me randomly on Facebook and said that the band were strong nude advocates, and would they like me to to feature in the video, which I said yes to, seeing as I'm a pretty well-known nudist activist. So I went along to the set, and which was just down the road from my family's place in Zilmere, and we spent virtually the whole of the day there, just chilling out, chatting with the punters, and doing a scene right at the end where I did a striptease in the swimming pool when everyone was jumping into the pool with their inflatable toys, and I took off my pants and chucked them at the camera woman. Unfortunately, that part of the video didn't make it to the final cut, and I still kept in touch with Luke, and then he asked me a few months later. He said, "Well, seeing as Neighbour Neighbour was a bit of a rush job, would you like to be the leading character in our new video for In the Aisle?" And I asked him what it was about, and he said that we want you to do a nude bike ride around Brisbane. Um, and I said yes to that one as well, because I am the Brisbane organiser for the annual World Naked Bike Ride, which you can check out at www.worldnakedbikeride.org. I've been running it in Brisbane since 2007. The first one got about 32 riders and 33 cops for the event, which was held outside the old ABC studios in Toowong. And the cops had originally said that the female riders may ride nude, but the males had to at least wear a sock over their boy bits. And then on the day, they had got a very sort of grumpy police officer in, who had insisted that everyone wear underwear, and that any of the female riders who went topless and people complained about them could face arrest. Excuse me. So that that ride got a lot of good media press, and fortunately the crowd was well behaved. That it inspired me to organise them again for the following years, 2008 and 2009, in different locations in Brisbane, which actually got a much smaller contingent of people taking part in it. Um, yeah, then for this year's one, I went and did it out at the same bike path that I had used for the 2007 one, which got 7 people, 5 guys including me, and 2 girls who had seen my poster up at the turnstile. And anyway, Violent Soho had heard about these events before, and so they got their director Justin Horton to design a poster that I could just pin up in various places around Brisbane for the video clip. And we started out at Redcliffe at about 7:30 in the morning. I think it was on June the 21st or 23rd, I think. And we started out in a few suburban streets in Redcliffe where I was just riding around, and then when we went to the main esplanade, we started handing them out at the local cafes and out on the jetty. And it was around this time that we had our only interaction with the police, and the police had called us over and said, what's this? What's going on around here? Said we've had a few complaints today about a naked man riding a bike, and when I told the police about it, they said, oh, well, if it's artistic nudity, well, that's okay, because we're going to refer you to the Caboolture Mental Health Services otherwise. After we went to Redcliffe, we went down to a few other spots, such as Paddington, where I was riding with the whole city skyline in the background, and that took about I think 10 or 12 takes to perfect. I think largely because it was such a steep road, and I was absolutely petrified that I would have an accident or something if I slammed on the brakes too soon. Then the next place we went to was James Street in Fortitude Valley, which is a very posh suburban place with all the cafes and stuff that all these yuppie middle class businessmen go to. And that was heaps of fun. And then the last place I put the posters up was King George Square, and that's where we got a lot of these tourists and random punters who suddenly started taking photos with their cam phones, and including the girls. I mean, I've never been much of a chick magnet myself, so it was a bit of an eye-opening experience to have all these hotties, wanting to be photographed with me, all this time, with handing out the posters to them. And then the final bit where I'm sitting on the wall was down at the Kangaroo Point cliffs, and we encountered one guy who was saying, "Is this really appropriate because there are kids there?" And I said, "Well, the kids aren't being adversely affected by it, but the guy, I think he was a bit drunk or stoned or whatever, and then when he couldn't argue with me, he started arguing with the guys from the band, and calling them a bunch of deadhead skateheads and whatever else. But it was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of hard work, and it also gave me a good insight as to just what goes on with the whole making of the videos. Even though I'd previously been on set for several other music videos in the past, such as for bands like the Watts, Bachmasters, the Medicine Show, but doing the one for In the Isle was like a whole day's work. My body was just totally killing me the next few days, but in a really good way. And with the aftermath, it really just caused a whole new sort of interest in me from people who had previously not given much thought about me being a nudist or towards the World Naked Bike Ride events, and especially so with one woman who I'm not going to name the name just in case she's watching this, who is a fan of the band, and had previously slagged me off as being a drug addict and a paedophile and a rapist on Time of Magazine's message board, despite the fact that I had only ever met her in person previously for about 4 or 5 seconds. And the band had admitted to me that she's a pretty nasty piece of work, and she's also upset a lot of other people in the local music industry. So I kind of feel vindicated that things just really starting to come up roses for me after struggling all this time. With me, it's also made me a lot more confident, a bit more outgoing. Because usually when I go out to gigs, I just tend to sit in the corner and just take a few photos and say few quick highs to band members, and that's about it. So with doing the video, it's made me, I think, a lot more accessible to the general public, and given me the incentive to get out there with my own music a lot more. Um, yeah, I'm prepared to give this band whatever support I can give them in the future, and I'll be going to their Hungry Ghost album launch, as well as the future gigs. So thanks very much, guys. It was lots of fun, and yeah, if ever you want me to do any other videos or whatever for you, just give me a hoy. Cheers.